Alright, welcome back to Just Drive It. Normally you see us working on nothing but classics, but we actually have a little bit of a surprise for you, so come along with us. Alright, what we have here is a 99 F250 Powerstroke diesel. It's got around 242,000 on the diesel. It's in good shape. Transmission's been redone. There is some janky stuff, but the price was right on this thing, and we'll show you what we did. We're planning on going to visit Barrows and pull a car. This is what we're going to use. Now this, as you can see, is part of the jankiness. What the previous owner did is cut a hole for a ported subwoofer, and then they mounted the ported subwoofer in the bed of the pickup truck. So what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to be using some of our skills at restoring cars to replace the sheet metal right there. Cover that up, replace this, bolt this down, and generally put this back into order. Now it is running 22-inch tires. We're not going to. It's been lifted. It is a two-wheel drive, but it's been lifted 6 inches. So what we've done is I scored 4 rims with very good tires on them for 500 bucks, and we're going to pull off the 22s, put 17s back on, and we've already found another truck to do it with. We're going to pull the lift kit. Let's see if I can get this down to where you can see the blocks. Yeah, not really. We'll pull the blocks out, put that back up. Then the other thing we got to do is pull the pivot points off of here, and the shocks and the springs, and change those out so that we can turn around and put this back to stock height. Why? I don't need a two-wheel drive jacked up truck. 2, we're pulling trailers with this. We're pulling classic cars with this. We don't need it to be all up in the air. So this is what we're going to be using. This is one of our new projects, a little bit different than the normal, but here we go. Okay, thank goodness I've got friends who've got parts trucks. That was the battery box that they built and installed. Below this piece, they jury rigged the ignition solenoid in and cut the normal wire here and ran it all through the alternator. This wire here is where they cut from over here. So all of this was in here and was shorting out on their nice little battery deal. So we got battery trays off of an Expedition that had a 7.3. We now have both the battery trays back here. I still need to put that stuff back in, but we're working on it. This wire here is what triggers the switch part of your solenoid, which mounts over here, and we still need to mount it. Thank goodness we have this piece. Power to your starter, power to the solenoid to kick it over. This piece here actually goes to the starter switch solenoid. Battery cable for the passenger side, battery cable positive for the driver's side, and an extra negative in case we need it, which you never can have too many ground wires. So we're working on it right now. That's just to ungack what they had cobbled together, and here's the remnants of what they made together for their stereo system. So we'll see. The other thing that I didn't record is this wire here. They had run it back up and over, and it had fried on the exhaust, because the exhaust is back there. Makes you wonder sometimes. All right, this is where we're at. We still got to do a few things, but battery tray in. We still got to hook a couple wires up here, but this is where the solenoid switch was supposed to be, not on the other side. This wire is back to where it needs to be. That'll all get zip tied back up. We've got our wire running the way it's supposed to. Back over here, we've got our grounds. There's still a matter of finishing up this, and that wire is the big one right there. We're going to actually have to put a breaker or something on that and run it over to there. They cut it, they trimmed it down. It's causing us a problem, but we can't get supplies till tomorrow, so that's what the other deal is. One other thing, an issue that we had, was back up in here on the starter. The small trigger wire had an issue because they had gone through and stripped it. So that being said, that's what's going on. Now, unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with some of this other stuff in other ways. My brother's gonna come in and help me finish up this stuff, so I'll have to come back at a later date and show you what we actually did to finish up this stuff. But if you like this, please like, subscribe, Rumble if you're on Rumble. Enjoy yourself, and remember, just drive it.